Cursed Cloth Shroud. Hello lovers of scary stories wherever you are. Today I will tell a story that parents have often told their children from ancient times to the present. This story has become something that is feared by many people until now. I divided this story into two parts. If you want to continue with other parts, please click the link in the description of this story. Not to linger, let's look at the story. In a remote area, there is a prohibition that cannot be violated by anyone. If anyone breaks it, they will get a curse that will make them die stressing. Once upon a time, someone had violated these taboos. Finally, he was terrorized until he died. So after that incident, the local people were afraid, even just talking about it was not allowed. One day, a group of young people consisting of 4 boys and 2 girls went to the area. Their aim in the area is to conduct research on the customs carried out by the village community. They want to know about the violate ceremony that is often carried out by the people there. So the youths departed from the capital towards there. They had to make a journey that took days to reach the village. They have to pass through the Kampar River, which has 7 6-meter high waves called Bono, or commonly called Seven Devils. The river is located in Pelalawan district, Riau province. The name of the area they will visit is the Pengalang. After traveling for days, they finally arrived at the village of Pengalai. There they stay in a house that they have rented. The house is made of planks and is quite large. Long story short, they headed to the house of an elder who knew about violate. But when they got there, the elder was not home. He was visiting residents who were dead. Finally, they went to the place of the dead citizen. On arrival, they were greeted warmly by the residents there. There they asked about why his body had not been planted. One of the residents answered that they were waiting for the corpse's family to arrive. So it is likely that the corpse will be planted the next morning or afternoon. Finally, after visiting the dead, they returned home. At night, because they are all bored, they play a game of truth and dare. In the middle of the game, one of them challenges his friend who loses. He asked his defeated friend to steal the shrouds of the people who died this afternoon. Do you know what a shroud is? The shroud is the cloth used to wrap a person who has died before he is planted. The next day they began on a mission to steal the shroud. They went back to the dead resident's house. His friend who lost the game went to sneak into the house and took the shroud that was placed on the table. Because the residents were busy cleaning the corpse's body, no one saw the reckless action. After they managed to steal the shroud, they returned home and began planning what they would do later. In the evening, they hang the cloth in the room, and they start to go to sleep. At midnight the lights in the house went out. This is due to bad weather. Finally they all woke up and began to walk down the house. Long story short, when they were exploring the house, suddenly a creepy appearance appeared in the darkness. They all hide while continuing to pay attention to what creature it is. They did not know what kind of creature it was, because the creatures were wrapped in the shroud they stole this afternoon. They all start to get scared and run. This is where the horror occurs. One by one of them died on the run. Their lifeless bodies were wrapped in white cloth. Only one of them was not a victim. She was the girl who didn't come to play that night. He saw all the bodies of his friends die sadly wrapped in shrouds. The girl started running to the residents' houses to ask for help. There he tells what happened. The residents only took the girl into the house and did not talk about her. The next day the corpses of his friends were planted in the forest. This was done so that their spirits would not disturb the residents there. The elders asked the girl who survived to keep a secret and never talked about the incident to anyone. After the incident, the girl returned to the city. After the incident, parents have always told this story to their children today. This is done so that their children do not break this prohibition. Because the curse is very difficult to remove and will continue to eat other victims. I think that's enough to tell the story this time. Don't forget to see the sequel to this story. Continuation of this story will tell you how to stop the curse. Thank you and goodbye.